All right, so now let's move forward and let's talk about you've gone into the system, you've done internal reconnaissance, you've done lateral movement. Next is now you want to stay back. You've done all this hard work just to stay there. You've done your foot holding, you open your installed your back doors, you infected the different machines which you wanted. You've got your sophisticated malware. Now the next part is maintaining presence, right? So you want to stick around and reap the benefits at this point. The APTs, they have all the information of a particular compromised network. The APT group really has the hashes, access to the hashes, information connecting to emails, corporate emails, and all that information. The VPN impersonation is happening at this stage. Impersonating users, you can start impersonating and trying to even modify information as an APT group. At this stage, the APT can start as downloading more sophisticated malware, and they have actually full control. They should have full control of the network, and they have established a good foothold, and network mapping has been done very precisely, and they're ready to download the sophisticated malware, or the goal behind that malware is mostly dedicated to specific actions. And these actions might be like specific software they want to get out, like espionage is happening. In some cases, it's targeted towards, say, the centrifuges of a nuclear plant. It could be anything. They have a very specific goal down here. But at this point, they have everything they need, and they're ready to move and start doing damage and kind of complete their mission. So completing mission is the final step in the whole cycle. They are going to actually implement and execute whatever was the goal for that APT group, and it can be, as I said, exfiltrating all of the data which they want to steal. It could be destruction. It could be like an MBR wipe, where they basically going to overwrite the first 512 bytes, which is basically the MBR first sector in a hard disk, which means that your machine is not going to reboot again ever. And so as soon as you reboot your system, it will not load the OS ever, and so you need to fix it manually, an engineer team or somebody. So it's pretty destructive, when you just write those 512 bytes. That's the MBR wiper. They can also do exposure. Like a good example was Sony Pictures. When they got compromised, they exposed unreleased movies, and salaries and pays of certain actors. So all that sensitive information, usernames, password, all that is part of exposure, right? We heard like a lot of big companies, Yahoo got compromised. What happens to all that information? It gets exposed somewhere, somehow, So another thing is business harassment. So business harassment, things happen like in case of North Korea, right? So North Korea hacked South Korea, and they basically what they do is they force South Korea nuclear plant to stop working. So they put pressure, right? So they put cyber pressure with a more political objective. So business harassment, right? And they are basically inside, and basically they send you some kind of screenshots. Oh, we have information, and it'll be leaked, and they force the companies to do whatever they want. So they do business harassments are done that way, right? Also use of SSL or your custom encryption to avoid exfiltration detection. So exfiltration will happen. So now methods which can be put in place to not get detected are, which I'm talking about. So they're using custom encryption techniques. They use SSL certifications, and so what happens is when they're exfiltrating the data, they cannot be detected, and like data can be leaked through through like in different custom encryption and also DLP solutions nowadays, and there's all of these. You cannot stop any kind of this kind of exfiltration because your products won't pick it up. So it's one of the steps where the hackers at the APT group take care, and they can exfiltrate without being detected. Also, they use password protection like zip files and RAR files. Whenever they are compressed and they are moved on the channel or on the pipe or on the internet, they are password protected. So if somebody catches them in between, they cannot open it, they don't know what data has been basically sent over the wire. They will never come to know. All right, so that brings us actually to the end of this class, and we went over very deeply on the life cycle, on the kill chain, and in the next class we'll be talking about ATP1, and I'll be giving you more details around ATP1. Well, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this class.